Hello, welcome back to Cascais in Portugal. Cascais, a beautiful, authentic sailing destination. Round the sailing club just now, it's midsummer. There's loads of kids learning to sail, starting out on their career and learning an affinity for the ocean.
We're not only trying to do a good job here as teams, but we're also trying to show the way and lead the younger generation of sailors and also all of our families and everybody in doing a good job with the environment. So that's the goal here with the Super Series.
And I think for everyone going out on the water, it's impossible not to care.
It's amazing to see the awareness that's starting to happen about, the plastic in the ocean and the junk, and we see it every day, but most people don't. And you think that it's just a dumping ground and it disappears, but it's just not the truth. And it's really cool for me to see the world starting to realize that, and it's important.
Well, the coastal race starts in a lighter breeze, 8 to 9 knots on the start line, a little bit less than expected. Allegra start off the pin end of the line nicely, with Quantum Racing 1/3 up. At the committee boat end, it's Luna Rossa and Phoenix, and the right side is favoured once again. In the right shift, it's really all about the ley line. Quantum Racing, Allegra, Sled and Phoenix all nail that nicely, and around the top mark in great shape. And a jibe set at the top mark. But up the second long beat, back up to Cabo de Raso, it's short tacking up the shoreline. Phoenix make a nice gain in the snakes and ladders up the shore. Luna Rossa catch a crab pot and lose 4 places down to 9th and have to catch up. And Sled make a nice gain down that run, chasing Quantum Racing through the leeward gate. But Quantum Racing hold on to win. Phoenix gets second, just ahead of a photo finish for 3rd. Sled get 3rd, Allegra 4th, and Luna Rossa recover up to 5th.
It is great to be here in Cascais and to get some racing and some stronger winds. It's all incredibly close right across the fleet. It was never a dull moment, never over. I think with 4 races to go, there's still a lot to play for us.
Lots of action right up against the shoreline. I don't know how many tacks I lost count. There were so many. That was anything but boring.
And the standings, Quantum Racing on 11 points, Azura on 18 points, and Allegra also on 18 points. Who said coastal races were boring? Anything but today here in Cascais. Quantum Racing leading all the way through and stepping ever closer to the world title. Join us again for more racing.
Can't shake a stick without hitting an Olympian or an America's Cupper here on the docks at Belmont and Chicago Yacht Club. And Richard Clarke here 5 times at the Olympic Games and star champion and the Melgus 32 and just about everything there is to do out there. And you've been with the Wizard now for the better part of a year, Richard.
Yeah, well, it's slightly shorter than a year, like 6 months. So it's been good. We're doing they teed me up to do the Volvo 70 and Hobart and Bermuda and stuff going forward, and I guess I ticked some of the boxes that they like, so they invited me on the Great Lakes tour to do a couple of some freshwater sailing and stuff at Harbor Springs.
Well, I mean, ticking the boxes is an understatement. You won the Sydney Hobart in class, and the biggest in class 0, right? I mean, that's not a little ask. That's a pretty serious one to check off. And then you won the Bermuda race going away, and then you won the Mackinac race. I can't think of anyone that's done anything like that really since the Ted Turner days or maybe Sayonara, right?
Yeah.
Go around the world and campaign and win everything?
Well, you know how it is, right? Boats like this, you'd love to say, yeah, I'm the man, look at me in the back, But, there's so many pieces of the puzzle here, and with a boat like this, and so many hands and so many, and it's not one guy, right? It's the ability to get a good pre-race plan with navigators, not only people on the boat, but weather routers as well, and then they kind of tee you up to go the direction that you want to go, and then you just kind of, with the people around, you got great trimmers. It's a team sport. So I'm just I'm a little bit of the cog in the wheel, and yeah, I've got the nice ability to be able to, what's my job? Make the boat sail fast all the time in the right direction, and I seem to have some skills in that regard, and it's so far so good, right? Just you know, we're all a superstitious bunch, so I'm not going to say whatever to jinx it. It's all going well.
Well, let's talk about defending the title here, though. I mean, you got a tough turbo division, obviously, and you got a tough forecast, right? You got possibly 25 knots on the nose for a long time. How does that suit your boat compared to, say, the Monster or the TPs? And what do you see happening?
Well, it's funny, right? The clothes that you wear always changes, right? So you get out there and, you know, the forecast, and when we did the Port Huron race, we had that uber light, right? We all saw afterwards, lightest race in decades or whatever. We were all excited about that forecast. We're like, yoo-hoo, right? A little slippery weapon over here is going to do just fine. Yeah. Now the shoe's on the other foot.
Yeah.
So, you know, it doesn't favor us, but again, it doesn't mean you're not going to leave the dock. This means that, yeah, we're in prep mode, and what do we got to do? We're in, I'm not going to say damage control mode, but right, what could break, right? This could be a breakage race, right? It's nobody likes to pound up wind, and we all know what the sea state's like on this lake when it, you know, blows out of the north. Luckily, it's not going to stay in that direction very much. It's going to come around to the northeast, so we're going to have maybe some shelter up the Michigan shore, right? But we'll be certainly making some decisions to sneak on in, maybe even an unfavored tack, right?
And you see everyone, but like, at least from what I saw, it looks like everyone's going to head off on port and try and get over there.
Yeah,
pretty early.
The shift's going to go right, so you're playing the initial persistent righty into the northeast, and then, yeah, you know, we'll be certainly looking at, like I said, maybe taking an unfavored board off to the beach just to stay in flat water, right? Because you got to get there, to finish first, you got to finish, right? So there's that idea that just keep the boat in one piece, and yeah, you just play it out. You know, you do stuff, push it harder, right? More. You know, we had a very cushy race, right? We're sleeping down below all the way on the Port Huron race. Now we're going to be stacking the rail. All right, now it's like separate the men from the boys and stack the rail.
What would it mean for the Askews to be able to win this race again?
You know, I think it would mean a ton. Yeah, it would mean a ton just to win it once. It means a ton to, you know, does it mean more to win it twice? Well, yeah, sure, right? We always like the repeat, right? Or the three-peat, right? We always watch, you know, Patriots and everything else out there, you know, dominating sport. You want to dominate the sport when you can. So yeah, it would be a bigger deal, but still, you know, winning is what we're here for. What they like to do, what we all like to do. We're all competitive people.
Here, by the way, it's not Patriots, it's
Cubbies.
That's Newport.
Did they ever multiple repeat though?
No, but at least they won one.
That's the problem, right? I was going for a dynasty metaphor.
The Wizard hoping to become a dynasty, and Richard Clarke a dynasty in his own right. Thank you, my brother, and have a good race.
Thanks, man.
Can't shake a stick without hitting an Olympian.
MALIZIA is the first yacht home in the area from Bermuda to Hamburg. After nearly 10 days of bug and bug racing by two members of the North German Regatta Association, the IMOCA 60 finally wins the Atlantic Anniversary Regatta after a lapse in the early morning of the 18th of July. That was a duel on the cutting edge, said German skipper Boris Herrmann, relieved just behind the finish line. The whole last night at sea we were not sure if it would be enough. It was the last chapter of an impressive 3,500 nautical miles long hunt. Jens Kellingusen's Varanova and Boris Herrmann's MALIZIA Yacht Club Monaco. Both are renowned members of the North German Regatta Association, NRV, which hosted the race with 17 offshore yachts on the occasion of the 150th anniversary of the yacht club. In the end, MALIZIA was a bit faster and reached as the first yacht after a lapse of time the finish. After a corrected time, Varana is currently able to win the race in the IRC 0 group temporarily.
We're back in Pilos for the second racing day, and the teams are getting ready for it.
Hi.
In this event, the race management team, as part of the fast-evolving sporting world, are taking steps towards sustainability by using some innovative robotic buoys, the Robo-Buoy. Out on the water, and another day of amazing conditions lay ahead, tailor-made to provide intense fights, adrenaline spikes and thrilling downwind rides. Bjorn Hansen's team from the Royal Swedish Yacht Club consolidated their position at the top of the leaderboard, with Union Yacht Club Tronsea and Lefkas Youth Challenge completing the top 3 places as it stands. Amongst the teams competing here, there are some youth teams who took the opportunity to take it up a notch and race against much more experienced sailors. To follow the racing on the penultimate day tomorrow, stay tuned.
This is the voice of an imperial past, the sound of horses and the strong walk of men. Do you feel it? This is your cultural thrill, the smell of a powerful land.
The first ever GC32 World Championship took place in Riva del Garda, Italy, featuring the combined foiling catamaran fleets of the GC32 Racing Tour and Extreme Sailing Series. The racing action took place on the lake with its magnificent, breathtaking backdrop of its surrounding mountains. 13 teams were in Italy to contest the inaugural World Championship for the GC32 class.
Fantastic event coming up. We're very excited from our team point of view, but also I think it's great for the class to bringing together the Extremes and GC series together. A World Championship has meant recognition for the class and hopefully attract more sailors into this class to see how much of a fantastic boat it is and the professionalism of the event. It's certainly at the top level, I believe, of catamaran sailing at the moment.
Being the first ever World Championship gives a lot more prestige and importance to the event. Teams needed to give their best efforts and adapt their finest strategies if they were to triumph at this milestone regatta.
This being a World Championship event and not just another Extreme Sailing Series event, it raises the level, it raises the pressure, it raises the intensity. So it's going to be all the teams throwing a lot of effort at it. The courses are going to be 3 or 4 times in length, it's twice as many boats. So it's going to change the way you race the boat and definitely change the way you set the boat up.
Towering clouds over the mountain peaks that surround Lake Garda made the conditions challenging for the competitors throughout the entire week. As the championship progressed, this inaugural GC32 World title developed into a 2-horse race. Sebastian Schneider's crew on Team Tilt versus Jez Graham-Hansen and Rasmus Kostner's SAP Extreme Sailing team were neck and neck with the Mackinac in third. In the end, the crew on Team Tilt, including Emirates Team New Zealand's America's Cup-winning skipper Glenn Ashby, put in some remarkably consistent performances to claim the title. In 13 out of the 16 races, they never finished below 4th place, an incredible display of reliability. The red boat also came out on top in the anonymous Speed Challenge. SAP Extreme Sailing Team finished the week in 2nd, whilst Oman Air remained 3rd.
It's a really special feeling, especially it's our first World Champion title for the whole team, except Glenn, who was joining us for this event, so really cool to share it with all my mates, and yeah, really special moment.
Ernesto Bertarelli's Alinghi finished 4th overall and at the same time was the runaway leader of the Owner-Driver Championship, finishing on 88 points to the 129 of Jason Carroll's 2nd-placed Argo.
I'm pleased with my result. Obviously, I would have liked to do a podium, but considering the professionals around me, in front and behind, I'm pretty happy with the 4th place overall.
For more information, please go to www.gc32worlds.com. I hope you've enjoyed all the top-class foiling action from this, the inaugural GC32 World Championship. See you again soon.
You don't have sailing on the TVs in your club? Well, we have the channel. Contact us at info@boatson.tv and we will install in a week. The best in global sailing is now available in your club, so contact us now. Local, national and worldwide sailing videos plus from your own members' boats. Only we offer this great sailing TV channel. Act now. Email for details. info@boatson.tv.
It's going to be hard because it's all so close, and Nikki and Chris are right there chomping at our heels.
As per usual, a lot of hard work. Probably just keep doing what we've been doing all race, working hard, keeping a good atmosphere, and a little bit of luck in our favour as well.
We're hoping just to continue what we've done so far. Last race was, sailing-wise, was really good. This race, it's I think the biggest tactical decision will be the tides, getting those right. Otherwise, the course is pretty much set around island.
For the team to win, they'll just be over the moon, you know. They have worked hard, so I really hope we can do it, and it's going to be a big party if it happens.
To be on the podium for the team would mean a great deal. We've been there for the majority of the race, so I think, you know, I'd really like to help them get to a podium position. To win, you know, we always knew it was maybe in our reach, but definitely nothing secure. To win the race would be an unbelievable achievement.
Absolutely fantastic. I think for any team getting onto the podium in a round the world race is absolutely brilliant.